What up, guys? I am Ben, you are the viewers, and this is Talking Board Games. Thanks for joining me for a full discussion of Orleans. I guess Orleans, if you're reading it correctly. Hopefully you saw my Final Thoughts video and decided to learn more. If not, I have a Final Thoughts video where basically I say this game is awesome, I love it, it's one of my favorite games, and now you're here to find out why. So let's go ahead and jump into things, shall we? Okay, so I am really not a fan of deck builders. I have tried a number of them and none of them have clicked. For some reason, I feel like when I play deck builder, it's like, here's your deck. Do this or this and this, or else you're playing poorly. And I don't want the game to tell me what to do. If I have a card that's currency, I guess I'd better buy with it, and I guess I'd better buy the most expensive thing. And I guess I have a card that's combat, so I should probably use it to combat with. Is that a thing? Combating with? Fighting. We'll use fighting. I better fight with it. And I feel like deck builders are so... I'm going to probably get a lot of heat for this, but they just kind of bottleneck you into doing whatever the cards tell you to do. And they don't feel like a hand management game. And I love hand management games. Enter Orleans. And the bag building in this is the complete opposite. Rather than letting what you draw dictate what you do, what you draw basically lets you do whatever you want. The different technology tiles that you're collecting give you so many options as to different strategies to pursue. And then with monks that are wilds, and how you can set something out and have it wait to trigger, next turn when you're more likely to draw the second half of what you need, it just works. I don't know, like I love the bag building in this, trying to maximize your bag, and it's so easy to get stuff out of it rather than culling cards, trying to trigger cards that let you. It's an action. It's a place you go just to discard that and get something for it. So as far as deck building goes, if you're not a fan of it, don't let that deter you from trying Orleans. It's two different things, and I even tried deck builders thinking that I like them because I like Orleans, and I very rarely do. So, bag building. We need more of it. That's for you designers out there. I'm looking at you. Alright, one of my favorite things to do in a board game is to create an engine. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because in life I'm just not very productive and I feel the need to be productive subconsciously. I don't know. But building an engine is super rewarding. To start with something that is so little and does almost nothing, and at the end of the game look and say, wow, look what I can do compared to what I was doing, it makes the experience a positive one, regardless if you win or lose. And if you know me, I don't win very often. So I want it to still be an enjoyable experience. And this game lets you do that. As I mentioned earlier, those technology tiles give you so much freedom in what you want to pursue. And because those tiles are just available, I guess without the variant, they're just available to take. It's sometimes it's like a race. Like you want to get that good tile, but then your buddy takes it, and you're like, now a wrench has been thrown in my engine. Can I manipulate it and massage it into something that's going to function still because I've invested time and effort into that? And then now you've got this whole new tactical level of the game where you're trying to manipulate and manage this engine as what you want to do kind of shifts and turns, but all at the same time being so free and open. And really there's not, I don't want to say there's not a bad engine, but there are better ones, and those become apparent, and it's fun to try and make those work, as well as finding new ones. Look at two different tiles and be like, ooh, can I make that work? Do I have what's in my bag? I think I do. But if I get that extra night, then the odds are I could really pull this. And it just gives you that option of, playing a game that is more than just a game. I don't have the words for it. But if you like engine building games, if you like creating something from nothing and seeing what you can do, this is a good one. I highly recommend it. It's pretty straightforward, and it's something you can teach others, and they'll also have that fun kind of experimenting, trying different combinations of tiles and and doing something that's different from everyone else. Because there's only one of each tile, you feel unique and cool when you're the guy who can play, a monk and a knight and get two goods of your choice. Like that's cool. No one else can do that. So the engine building is superb. Highly recommend it. As far as an engine building game goes, it's probably one of the better ones I own and that I've played. So lastly, let's go ahead and talk about the player interaction. At first, I thought there wasn't much. I'd gotten this game kind of early in my gaming career. I called it a career, like I'm making money off it. Ha! But I basically said, let's just take our turns simultaneously. The game plays that smoothly. I'd just come off playing Roll for the Galaxy, which was very similar in that, you set stuff up and then you kind of just do it all at the same time, and not much player interaction. But I was wrong, and I feel like I have sinned a grievous sin, because there is player interaction. The thing that's missed a lot of times, and I know it's missed a lot because Man vs. Meeple mentioned that they'd been playing it wrong in one of their recent videos, because the actions that you can take via the boatman and the knight, and once those tiles are gone, those people, whatever we're going to call them, once they're gone, you can't take that action. And that just locks down those things, and you get caught without knights in your bag, or you get caught only drawing 6 tiles when other people are drawing 8. Or, your technology, you can't build the second level buildings, and you don't get the opportunity to build anymore, and now you're stuck with these 2 little dinky buildings that don't give you any engine. So you have to be careful, because you don't want to miss out as other people are climbing up those tracks and you're not. Speaking of tracks, those citizen tiles, those are a race. You're trying to get to those before other people. So yes, while you're building this engine, trying to do these cool things and make those cogs mesh, you have to keep that in mind, that if your engine takes too much time, you're going to get beat to those things, and that's a lot of bonus points. Same thing with the map. As you're racing around collecting resources, placing buildings, there can only be one building per city. So if someone beats you to it, now you're stuck trying to go somewhere else, and who knows what that does to your overall plan. So the player interaction is there. You need to be watching what people are doing, because as you're triggering your actions, because you're kind of planning stuff out simultaneously, but if you see that someone's about to trigger something that's going to prevent you from doing what you want to do, you might have to rework the order in which you're going to play action A, B, and C. Maybe now you got to go C, B, A, and hopefully that doesn't mess up what your A action was going to be. But yeah, it does have that player interaction, and the nice thing is that it's not forced. So you can play this with new people who are unfamiliar with the game, and they, like I said, I didn't notice it, and they won't either, making it a little more forgiving for them. But for people who are gamers and who've played it, it's necessary. If you want to play this game well and be competitive, you've got to keep a track of what everyone around the table is doing. So, I love that, especially in a game that feels so solitary as you're building this engine, maximizing the efficiency of your bag. Really, really good player interaction from a Euro player standpoint. So there you have it. That is Orleans. It does a couple things different, but it does a couple things that are not different, really good. I'm sure you've heard a lot of good things about this game. I feel that it deserves all the praise it gets. There's a reason why every print run sells out. There's a reason why it's climbing BGG constantly. It's just a good, accessible game that lets you, the player, be in control. And ultimately, that's what I want from a game. If I'm going to take time to sit down and play something, I want to play it, not the other way around. So, Orleans, great game. Definitely my top 5, maybe even my 1 or 2. I have the expansions. That's a discussion for another day. In the meantime, do not pass up an opportunity to play this game. It is awesome. I feel like I'm out of breath. Can you tell? Because I can. So brace yourself. Okay, that's better. It's like I was caught like halfway between a breath and an exhale or something. Anyways, thank you for joining me for this full discussion. Maybe you'll consider that. Of Orleans, one of my favorite games. I'm Ben. This is Talking Board Games. And once again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate your support. something I enjoy doing, and I want to see that other people enjoy it too. Is that cool? Maybe, hopefully. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget the giveaway that maybe I mentioned in this video, but I definitely mentioned in the other video, because we want you to win cool stuff. And once again, thanks to GameGrid for helping provide that. They're awesome. And if you're in the area, GameGrid will be moving shortly. They have a new location. It's going to be huge. Basically, they're more than doubling their square footage, and they're going to add tons of gaming space. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. That's coming in September. Check out their Facebook page to learn more about it. They have like a whole website set up. But they're going to be doing cool raffles and giveaways and different stuff. So yeah, they're cool. Anyways, thank you, and you guys have fun gaming, okay? We'll see you on the